baby's scream cut through the cabin like a siren. 30,000 feet above the Atlantic, in the soft glow of business-class lighting, heads turned in unison. A sharply dressed man in an expensive tailored suit shifted helplessly in his seat, bouncing a red-faced infant in his arms. His watch alone could have paid for everyone's ticket on that flight from New York to London, yet nothing in his wealth could quiet the tiny human trembling against his chest. Across the aisle, in economy, a single mother named Elena tightened her grip on her own sleeping daughter. She knew that cry. It wasn't anger. It wasn't stubbornness. It was hunger. The man tried everything. Rocking, whispering, pacing the narrow aisle. A flight attendant warmed a bottle, but the baby refused it, pushing it away and wailing harder. Passengers sighed. Some slipped on headphones. Others exchanged irritated glances.
Elena hesitated.
She hadn't slept properly in weeks. She was flying to the UK for a new job opportunity after losing her husband 2 years earlier. Money was tight. Life had been relentless. But motherhood had given her something stronger than exhaustion, instinct. When the baby's cries grew hoarse and desperate, she gently stood. "Excuse me," she said softly, approaching the man who looked moments away from breaking. Up close, she noticed the tremble in his hands. "I'm sorry," he muttered to the surrounding passengers. "She's never like this." Elena offered a small, understanding smile. "She's hungry," she said quietly. "If you're comfortable with it, I can help." He blinked, confused at first. Then realization dawned. His eyes widened, not in judgment, but in surprise. "You would do that?" he asked, his voice cracking. She nodded. "I'm still nursing my daughter. I know that cry." There was a pause, thick, uncertain, suspended in the air between strangers. But desperation dissolved pride quickly. He nodded. A flight attendant escorted them discreetly to a more private section near the back. Moments later, the piercing cries softened, then stopped entirely. The silence felt almost sacred. Passengers who had braced themselves for hours of chaos glanced around in disbelief. Some smiled quietly. Others exhaled in relief. When Elena returned to her seat, the man followed a few minutes later, holding his peacefully sleeping baby. His eyes were red not from stress now, but from something deeper. "I don't even know how to thank you," he said. "You didn't have to." "I know," she replied gently. "But I wanted to." He sat beside her, ignoring the boundaries of class sections that had seemed so important earlier. "My wife passed away 6 months ago," he admitted. "She used to handle moments like this. I thought I could manage on my own." Elena felt the familiar ache of shared grief. "You are managing," she said. "You just needed a little help today." As they talked, the layers of status slowly peeled away. He wasn't a millionaire in that moment. He was just a father who missed his partner. And she wasn't a struggling single mom trying to rebuild her life. She was simply a mother who understood. Hours later, as the plane began its descent into London, the cabin felt different, lighter somehow. A quiet bond had formed in row 27 and spilled invisibly through the aircraft. Before landing, the man handed Elena a small card. "If you ever need anything," he said, "anything at all, please call me." She looked at it briefly but didn't react to the embossed name or the company logo beneath it. "I helped because I know what it feels like," she said softly. "Not because I expect something back." He nodded, humbled in a way boardrooms had never managed to accomplish. When the plane touched down, passengers stood and gathered their belongings. The world outside waited with its usual divisions: wealth and struggle, privilege and perseverance. But for a few hours in the sky, none of that had mattered. As Elena stepped into the terminal with her daughter nestled against her shoulder, she felt lighter than she had in months. Not because of what she had given, but because of what the moment had revealed, that even in the most unlikely places, strangers can become anchors for one another. And somewhere behind her, a father walked off that plane carrying more than just his sleeping child.